Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Um, Today's video will be, first of all, I will during the video I will start adding some colors or shadings to this geometric mandala, which I did maybe I think week or 2 weeks back, but I didn't get the chance to finish it. While I'm doing these shadings, I will discuss a topic which I wanted to discuss a long time ago, but I think it is good to discuss it after I did some, after I wrote a very lengthy blog, which you can find it also on my website about the same topic. The topic will be about inspiration. Uh, because I think this topic is, or the word inspiration is, in most cases, I find that it is misleading in terms of what it means to creative people and to artists, and specifically to artists. First, I would like to just give a definition of inspiration as per the dictionary. Here I'm reading from Google the definition of inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. Or the second definition is a sudden, brilliant, or timely idea. Okay, so based on this definition, what I found that many people start ask artists what inspires you to create this artwork, or from where you get your inspiration to do this work. In general, I don't like this question because it doesn't represent the true value of the creative process, because people think that the artist will get an inspiration suddenly and he will create artwork based on that inspiration, and they will ignore the whole creativity process, the thinking, the doing, which is more than important than the thinking also. Because in my definition, as per to me the definition of inspiration, I think inspiration ends when it starts. What I mean by that is, most of the time that I get inspired by something to create or to draw something, the source of inspiration will not be visible in the final artwork, because for me the inspiration was only required to make me create something which will allow me to enter the zone of creativity, and that's it. I don't need it anymore. I don't need it to create something. I will not get I will not copy the source of inspiration in my artwork. It just, as per the definition of Google, it is stimulate me to create something, to start doing something. So when people ask the artist what is your source of inspiration behind this artwork, most of the time they will, even if the artist try to explain, the audience will not understand how that inspiration give them the motive to create this work. Let me give you more detail about it. Like, I might see an interesting shape, which will put me in the mood of creating, for example, in this case, a geometric mandala based on this one. But once I start drawing, I will add more to that artwork from my experience, from my current mood, from my own style. So even the mistake which I made during the work, like for example, if you see this part, when I was inking the mandala, when I move the ruler, it left mark from the ink. So rather than keeping this very visible, I added all these extra triangles in the top just to give it more depth. So these type of things are not related to the source of inspiration, which allowed me to create this artwork. And this is, in I can say that maybe, if not all artwork, which I'm talking about from my experience, maybe 99% of the artwork which I'm doing, because sometimes I will get inspired by something not related to the artwork itself. Like maybe I will find that some execution of artwork or execution on, like for example, I've seen in wooden door, the type of execution which I really liked, and start to use the same type of execution in my Islamic geometry. And I will show you some example, like this type of a 3D effect. Like it has two layers, each line has two layers, based on this light source. This is, I've seen it in real life in a door, and it gives me some idea to use this effect in my artwork. But I cannot say that that door inspired me in all these Islamic geometry pattern which I did. Or sometimes I find some colors which are very interesting, and immediately I will think of something that, okay, I can create some artwork based on these colors. I will use these colors. But when I start doing the artwork, and even I don't use the colors at all, but I needed that inspiration just to put me in the mood, just to make me stimulate me to do creative work. So that's why I said, for me, the inspiration ends when it starts. The moment it ignites the spark of creativity. So I can start working and adding some lines and creating, drawing, or whatever you want to do in terms of creativity. So that's what I said. Creativity is a misleading. Like many people think the artist is sitting and he's waiting for the inspiration to come, and he will start create masterpieces based on that inspiration. No, this is not true, because art is like anything in life that you do. If you don't spend time in the thinking and in the creating process, and you make mistakes and you start all over again, you would not create anything at all. It's similar to like workout or learning a new skill or learning a new language or anything. even at work, if people at work they are sitting without making mistakes and learning, they will not become master in their career. So the same thing with artists, and this is what I found that the misleading part is that people, when they see the artist, they only see the end result. They don't see the effort spent during that process to create this artwork. So rather than asking the artist about this, the source of inspiration they have, I think it is better to ask them about, or in general, like for example, what inspires you in general to create work or to draw something, or rather than focusing the question on a specific artwork, because I feel that that question is. This is also from my discussion with several artists during exhibitions, and I found most of them agree on this question, or they feel bad when someone asks them this question, because again, as I said earlier, having this source of inspiration, they are very limited, and I mean in terms of the visibility of the inspiration in the artwork itself. Because sometimes, like, even if I have the same inspiration source tomorrow, doesn't mean that I will create the same artwork, because my mood will be different, my experience day by day will be different. Or if two artists saw the same source of inspiration at the same time, they will create two different artworks, because each one will look to that source of inspiration in a different way. Their style is different. Their interpretation of the source of inspiration is different. So I'll go back to the question of, for example, if someone asks me in general, what are my source of inspiration, or how to find your inspiration in general to create artwork or create something, I can say that these sources can be summarized in 3 or 4 points. The first thing is you have to keep searching for your source of inspiration. Like, don't expect that you will be sitting and suddenly you will get inspired by, or the inspiration will come to you and you will start creating. You have to search for it, which means that you have to spend time looking around you. What I really find with the current use of social media, like, people are focusing more on their mobile phones, searching and looking. I prefer that you go out, you have a walk, go for a drive, and start to open your imagination. Start wondering about anything you see around you. Start asking questions. Even in your head only, it's like you will not ask people, but just keep looking around you, because the source of inspiration is all over us, all over and everywhere we go. But we have to keep our eyes open. Our imagination will be, it's like a skill. When you do it in every day, you will become better at it. Like, the first time maybe you will not find a new source of inspiration. But if you repeat this exercise on daily basis, you will start noticing things that you didn't notice before. Um, just try to isolate yourself from all the noises, all the traffic, everything around you. Even if you are surrounded by people, just have it in your own head. You will start seeing all these inspirations, uh, which will lead me to the second point, where I get inspired. Like when I started to do this exercise, just to look around me and find source of inspiration, because my artwork are based on patterns, uh, and I believe patterns are all around us, everywhere. I started to capture images of these patterns I see. Maybe some people will not find them interesting, or do not even see the pattern itself. But during that time, when I start to look to that image or that object, most of the time I see something not visible to the others. So I captured this object or the pattern, and just to keep it fresh in my memory, I created an account. I called it IC Patterns. I will leave the link in the description, where I posted all these patterns which I see everywhere, on the streets, on the shops, everywhere. You will get surprised when you see these patterns. Like many times that when I'm walking or driving, when I see these patterns, maybe I will go back to that place. I'll capture a few images just to ensure that that memory is still in my head when I look to it after maybe few months, or maybe after 1 year or something like this, you know. And the good thing that when the main reason I put it on Instagram, because it will be accessible to me anytime, and it is like, for example, if I save them only on my mobile phone, maybe they will get lost between thousands of images. But if they are located on a specific Instagram account, I can look to that account anytime. Also, it can give other people a chance to get inspired by these shapes. So this is one of the things that I try to do. And the second or the third point here is I try to limit my inspiration from social media, for very basic reason, because I find social media is very distracting, because the object or the way that social media applications are designed are to keep you as long as possible on that platform, so you don't leave it. So they don't want to show you only one topic. They want to show you many topics, which most of the time they are distracting, and it is done by purpose, because if they will show you only one topic, you will feel bored after a few minutes and you will close that application. Maybe you will move to different application. So that's why they try to keep you hooked to that application. So rather than using social media for looking for inspiration, I used application or website called Pinterest, which is somehow it is similar to search in Google Image, but the key difference here is it is more focused. And like, for example, if you are searching for a topic, you will get surprised about the images that you see there that you might not find them in Google image, because even Google, they're trying to keep you on the website for as long as possible. And sometimes when you search for image and you click on the link, you will end up in a page that have different links or different topics, and uh, you will end up on something else, and you will forget about the inspiration part of the process itself. So Pinterest also allows you to pin the images that you like and create and store them under a specific folder, uh, which is like a mood board. And the beauty of it, like other people also can, when you save this picture under or pin them under one folder, they will be visible for others also. So you can also inspire others to uh, uh, or share your source of inspiration with others also, and they can create something based on what you have pinned in your Pinterest account. So these are the key things, the 3 points which I would like to discuss when it comes to finding my inspiration in general for artworks, not only about a specific artwork. But the key thing, the key message I want to convey from this video, and the same thing also mentioned in my blog, is you just need the inspiration to start working on something. The key thing is to create something. Don't stuck at collecting inspiration images and doing nothing with them, Just find the image that inspired you or the topic which inspires you, and start working, start adding, start creating and sharing with others, because your artwork, once you share it, it could be also end up as source of inspiration for other artists. So that's it for this video. I will complete adding colors. I might add different layers here, and I will see what I can add more to this based on, maybe I'll get inspired by some other topics or something like this. So thank you for watching this video, and also you can read more about this topic in my blog and my website, and the final artwork also will be posted in my Instagram page. I'll appreciate your feedback, and let me know that what is your source of inspiration. If you have specific source of inspiration that you always refer to, share them with me. And do you agree with me that you don't like the question of when someone asks you what inspired you to create that specific artwork? And do you find that people can relate to your source of inspiration in most cases? So I would be interested to hear from you. So leave your feedback in the comment section below, and also in my Instagram page. Thank you all, and see you soon in next video.